Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm absolutely delighted to be here. This has been quite a few years and it's growing so nice, healthily. I'm super happy to see this. More people, more experiences to share, more amazingness, more stories, more everything. Because life, we will not leave with cheese. We will not leave with a case of wine. So might as well eat it while we're here and drink it while we're here. But the one thing for sure, we might actually remember the people we met. So tonight is a great night where we can connect with people, and this is what I love the most about cheese and wine and all the things that go with it. It makes us connect and have a good time. I am super privileged to be here and working with all the amazing cheesemakers we have in BC, because we have amazing artisan cheesemakers, but not only that, but also the artisan cheesemakers throughout the country. And the one message that I want to tell you, for sure, there's lots of amazing farmers in this community and in our province and in our country. And they really care for what they do. Now, that was the serious part of the night. Hope you're ready for a good time. Did you enjoy the little bites that were going around? They're actually quite simple for you to do. You just have to take the time to get the cheese and make some nice little chips out of the cheese. So we actually melted aged farmhouse and they're Amsterdamer, so they're two different texture, two different strength. And then we added their Pacific pepper verdeler. You probably have noticed that it had a little heat to it. And then we added a nice apple ginger mustard, which was made by someone very special here. And it was actually, to me, very delicious, but I hope you enjoyed it. The other one is another blue cheese. It was the dried apples from Rancho Vignola right here in Armstrong. Then we added golden ears. That's a beautiful blue cheese. And so we added a little bit of truffle honey to it. And it's as simple as that. So the next one is actually, the chef back there is working amazingly. And it takes days to get ready for such an event with that many people. So we're gonna have a nice introduction with a parsnip soup. And you're gonna see the cheese very clearly. One of the great brie cheese that we have here in BC, from L'Île Qualicum on Vancouver Island in Parksville. So ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be paired also with wine, and if I'm not mistaken, is that Recline? Yes. We're gonna have the Kerner from Recline Ridge. And now we're throwing the salad. And the salad is a roasted pear salad. And we're having this with a crumbled gorgonzola. So on the salad, most of you that might not like blue cheese, might be the best thing and make your taste bud discover something new. Because the goal tonight is not just to keep you in your comfort zone, it's to explore a little bit for your taste buds. So we're gonna have an amazing wine as well coming with it, and it's called Ortega. Ortega from Recline Ridge. And go on and enjoy the salad, the pear roasted with gorgonzola experience. Cheers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this cannelloni is quite special because it's made with a BC cheesemaker's cheese. This cannelloni has something in it called ricotta. Now, it also has mozzarella because for Luigi to be making ricotta, he has to make mozzarella or bocconcini. His mozzarella is a little drier because it's not sitting in the whey, which will make it super nice and stringy. You will chew that mozzarella so nice. I tell you, it's cheese heaven on there. But Luigi makes his ricotta from the whey only. So you guys, that means the ricotta is not added milk to it. It's really using every part of the cheese making, which makes it absolutely amazing. And so, all Luigi's cheese from Tanto Latte and Salmon Herb, and we did add a touch of Mountain Grana. And there's a little bit of mixed that into it to just increase the cheesy bite. So ladies and gentlemen, enjoy. Did you see that little blue cow? This is old. This is really old. But it's okay, there's still cheese makers that use it. But I just want to remind you it's old. So it's kind of cool because we're kind of in a museum as well of like, this is real milk. And it's still cool to have that around because it's so cool and old. Well, there's a new logo, and I want to remind you because that's what you want to look for now. And this logo, for 100% Canadian milk, this is how you know that when you buy dairy products here in Canada, there's no growth hormones giving to the animals. So this is your way to find out. So that's why I want to say it. One of the cheese on our cheese board tonight is made with that milk from La Canadienne, and that cheese is called Le Cheval Noir. Anyone wants to try to say it? You guys know French already. I must have been talking for a long time. You got the accent now. It's a raw milk cheese, so I have to tell you, because all the cheese on your board are raw milk cheese tonight. But they have lots of depth and flavor, and Le Cheval Noir comes from l'Île aux Grues in Quebec. And it's a small little island. They're very prone to lots of storm and craziness, but it's covered with vegetable ash, which makes it black. And it's so delicious and tasty. So you're gonna have a nice piece of that on there. Then, there's one of the most sustainable cheese in the country. So that cheese is called the Blackburn from Fromagerie Blackburn in Quebec. And there is another cheese on there. And that other cheese is one of the newest cheesemaker we have in Duncan, BC. And they use a lot of cow's milk as well as their goat milk herd. And they are the farmer. And that cheese is probably the most pungent on your cheese plate right now. And it's called Halt Whistle, the cheese factory that makes it. And it's a wash rind Tum. They call it Tum de Vallée. And it's a beautiful goat milk cheese, believe it or not. So, on that note, you have lots of accompaniment, lots of fun, lots of story to share, so I'll leave you all to it. Bon appétit.
So, in the house tonight we have Darlene White. Darlene, can you show yourself?
Where's Darlene?
I say, how embarrassed. This is a local dairy farmer.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you for coming here and supporting us. All right. So this one I won't take too long, but I want to tell you how nice and refreshing it's going to be, because it will be served with Farm Strong dry cider. And when you're having a nice, sweet, deconstructed apple crisp with a 3-year-old village cheese cheddar from right around the corner, with it, the Farm Strong cider will be just so delightful, cutting through that beautiful butterfat and sweet apple crisp. So enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. I always recommend you guys do that with real chocolate, and that's what you get from Chocoluro. Now that chocolate salami is amazing. The cheese you guys are having on this one doesn't come from BC, it comes from Alberta. It comes from Sylvan Star Cheese Farm, because John came from Holland, and he was a master cheesemaker making Gouda, or Gouda, however you want to say it. Because this cheesemaker makes his cheese the way he used to do it in Holland. And this cheese, when it ages, it doesn't ages in refrigerators. It ages at room temperature. And it is absolutely delightful. But if you don't know, cheese and chocolate works really well together, especially this style with the toffee notes that come through it. But then have it melt with the coffee that's going to be served with it. So you're having a coffee, cheese, chocolate experience, and I hope you enjoy it thoroughly. Thank you so much for coming, and see you all next year.
We wouldn't be able to have that event here without our volunteers. We wouldn't be able to man tables and serve 180 people. Thank you very much, everybody. Great job. And also the kitchen chefs. Ken, Elizabeth. They wouldn't be able to do that. And Ken and Jada. I know we learn a lot more. It makes it easy for next year, and we hope that also Elizabeth will return next year as well. Great job, guys. For the airport. Thanks again for taking all that time to travel almost from one side of the country to the other. And great job again. And we hope we can continue in the future on this event here.
I am so happy to be here with such great people.
And also to Jackie Newman, she organized more or less the whole event with the crew, the volunteers. Thank you much. Also, all the staff, thank you very much.